am here. Hello. Just 5 minutes to start. Okay, hello everyone. We are just missing both Ferraris, Nuruz and Jeroen, and Jeroen is here. So we are now only missing Jesper. Where is he? Okay. So Nuruz is picking his setup because I can see it. Now only Jero and Jesper. That's all. Jeroen is in. So just Nuruz and Bjarni. I just invited him for sure, for making sure. Okay. Finally 60 frames per second. Okay, so now I'm giving a thumbnail. I'm editing everything. So 19 drivers, 18 actually, plus 19 loser. What about Jesper? Because he didn't write about abstention. Yes, he is. Officially we have full grid. So, okay. Okay. So Nuruz or Jesper, we are waiting for those two drivers. Now I'm editing a description. There is our website, you have Discord, you have, and you, yes. So will you give me a minute? Okay. Now everything is right. Jesper and Nuruz joined. We can start anyway, but we will wait 2 minutes. We are just waiting just to start everything with the live stream, with the broadcast. Okay, Facebook also fan page you will get here. And subreddit, because why not? Now Reddit. Nuruz has already clicked ready. My community is here. Now category games F1 2019. Yes, everything was done with the broadcast. People are clicking ready already. Okay. Now I'm back to the chat. Now let me. Yes, it's done. When it's the hour. 3, 2, 1, and it is 6 PM UK. Full grid. Congratulations. I'm clicking the spectator mode. Everything with the lobby is done. Let me just check. Okay. Okay, I can see. Yes, grande. We can go. Hello everyone watching this live stream. We're actually making some good records with people on the live streams, because at the start of Austrian Gp and F2 where I was racing. There were 18 people. Anyway, hello, it's Wojtinho here. If someone doesn't know still who is commentating a race. So, dynamic conditions. Why I had predicted. I was predicting, honestly, there will be a rain during the race, and it's on the qualifying session already. Okay, just let me finish everything. So, the changes on the grid. Actually, nothing except one move. Because Senna unfortunately retired from our league, and it's Belgian Luma who was promoted from F2 division. I would be promoted, but I cannot because I'm commentator here. So Luma is racing in F1 division from now on, replacing wannabe Senna, who unfortunately retired due to his personal issues. What is more? Well, actually no more changes, but I can tell you about reserves, because there is Jordi actually watching us, I hope. And we have Ferrari replacing him for this Austrian Grand Prix. So championship leader is absent. But maybe some good points, because Ferrari is that kind of driver that scores points every race he takes part. And at the end, we have one more reserve. It's Max Rowe replacing Gaiet for two races here and in Germany. Because Gaiet is out of Italy. He just couldn't appear. Now, as you can see, wet tires, not only inters, full wets. Drivers are peaking. And one more change, because there is no more Wi-Fi in our league. This is actually the same guy, but he is now named Libenov. Don't worry about him, it's still Wi-Fi. Okay, so I'm back to the chat because I was editing some last details on the description. Libenov was actually letting by not Williams, not any of those cars. Oh, it's Cardinal. Yes, gonna be funny with that weather. Connexis. If you want to know, Connexis is our F2 driver, Vito. He did, as I remember, P8 in Austria. Let me see, because there were so many penalties. Penalties cancelled because of the collisions during the safety car, just after. So, on F2, Javier won a race ahead of Vital. Vital crossed the finish line first, but he got more penalties than Javier, so he lost at the end. Chabot got a podium, so probably lots of hard bus in Russia. At the fourth place, we had new Williams driver Olivier, my teammate in Williams. 10th was Energy Boost. So I had to go for a while. Fifth was Olivier, not 10th. Energy Boost, who was 5th, not 10th. He got 10 points as a reserve driver in Renault. The 6th place took Houseman because of the cancelled penalty. Alex Nala also got promoted after penalty cancels. He got 7th. And the 8th place was Netic, and 9th was Vito. Now yellow flags in sector 3, but it's on Hartner, who's ending his lap. It's 1:17. But these are raining conditions, and even Libenov improved him by 0.004 of a second. I'm getting a provisional pole right now. Who is close? I guess it's Max Rowe. But as you can see, he's going very carefully. Luma now with the fastest lap of the race, beating Libenov by almost a second. And now Max Rowe, can he beat him? Not, but it's P2. Jasper now made the fastest lap of the qualifying session. This wet qualifying session, getting 1:16.1. Now Wolf starting. Exact just warming the tires. Now Bjarne is ending his lap. Maybe finally this race, the Austrian Grand Prix, will be the race where he will get some good luck because except the P5 in Bahrain, he didn't score any points, even though he has potential. First 3 races in the league at the season 1, 2 victories. Now he's P6, 117.3. Oh, there's Ero who had problems. After turn 1, Kwon is starting his lap. Now it's Luke behind Wolves. And who's ending his lap? It's Vizu. Okay. And now we'll head to the F1 driver standings after Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Jordi, even though he is absent in this race, will still lead the general standings because he has 127 points and Luke has 96 points. Third is Jesper with 79 points, who still wasn't beaten. Anurzer is 4th, 74 points. Isa is 5th with 50 points. Gayet takes now 6th place with 44 points, even though he wasn't better than P6 in this season. Ferrari now with the 2nd place as the latest update. Pieter 5th. 7th in the standings is Vizu, 35 points, 33 points has Axe, 30 has Jeroen, then Matt with 29 points, 9 points is closing the top 10. This is a question to Jordi, because he has to steward in F2 division. Now Juanita is ending his lap on the 3rd gear, but as you can probably know, he is racing without traction. At least he is complaining about people who uses traction. Now he is 7th with 117.1. And Bjarne had spun, but I guess it's an in lap. I guess no one crashed into him, and yes, that's right. Nurloser now. Is he ending his lap? I guess yes. And he's getting 116.9. Maxwell is improving Jesper, getting a provisional pole position. And Jesper just improved him. And 116 border is officially broken by Jesper, 115.9. Very nice indeed. I said that a full-time lap. I mean 116.3. Renault's finally on the out lap. So Rom was very close to touch someone. Jeroen now is on the pole position, 115.7. If he will do as good as now in quali, may he get a victory during the race. First one in Ero, because he was very close in Russia in season 1, but there the thing happened named just penalties, and his brother win. Now let me test something, so you're unable to hear me for a while, for just a few seconds. On this, everything is proper with the live stream, so 60 frames per second. I finally decided to turn it on after what I saw from Wolves. Fantastic live stream, fantastic commentary from the guys in F2. Matt is starting his hot lap. I think that the Red Bull had a little bit of problems, but Axe is on the out lap, and Vilzo. It could be Vilzo. Making a little bit of problems for Matt, and Matt now just missed the braking point, and this lap time is broken. He has to put new wets, or maybe on this old wets, do one more lap to improve. Now Rome with a very big slide. Yellow flag sector 2. And I cannot see anything from Matt's camera who had spun. And this is the end of his dreams for now. Anyway, he has still 9 more minutes. Now Rome missing the breaking point. But this doesn't influence his lap time, unlike Matt's one. So the standings, when it's less than 9 minutes to go. After half of the qualifying session, it's Jeroen still first, Jesper second, Maxro third. Then we have Vilsu, Ferrari, Isai, Nurluzer, who just beat Isai, so they swap positions, Edvis Luma and Bjarne. Oh, that was very close to speed by Rom, and Exact is closing the top 10. Yellow flag sector 3. I don't know who is the guy, but now very nice slide through the second last turn. It's turn 8. Wolves ending his lap. So let's see, it's going to be a strong one. And it is P7 right now. 160.3. Let me see now where is strong. He is probably... Yes, it's the last lap. It's the last position right now from people who did a lap. 118.3. Ryan Webb and Hart still in the pits. I don't know what they are waiting for. They would do one lap just to make it. Now Wolves missing the braking point, but I guess it wasn't a hot lap. Pieter now trying to do something with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Now just to third gear. This is the rain where you have to slow down a lot. Pieter is coming to the pits, even though he would do a decent lap, to be honest. He had a chance. Yellow flag sector 2, sector 3. Hartner is ending his lap. He improved to get P12. And Jeroen is now on the inter, so probably the rain is lighter right now. Is it that big or that strong? Okay, yellow flag sector 3 just had to write something to a new guy who wants to join the league. Matt and Ryan were both on the outlaps. Let me see. He's pushing. Jasper is pushing. Everyone's still on the wets. And oh, Jasper was close to miss that breaking point. Let's go. Hello everyone, still Alex BGN. Oh, I just saw a little bit of problems by Ryan Webb, who has problems with his wheel. Meanwhile, Ferrari did a second fastest time of the qualifying session. Jasper is coming to the pits, so probably his lap is ruined. But what about Isai? He also uses no ERS, so we don't worry about that. What about Ed Sachs? He's now pushing on the ARS mode 2. I don't know. Juanita is doing lap number 5 on that wet. So we're going to see how it ends. And he improved a lot because it's P3. We know that Juan has a lot of speed, but it's wow. Meanwhile, he did a little bit of problems for Lipenov, who has now destroyed his lap time due to Juanita's blocking him. Now Axel with the fastest lap, getting a professional pole. We never expected anything like this because, as you can see, if you follow the league, the season, he's not doing laps like this. He's actually not that good in quality. He was never in the first row, as I remember. Now, fantastic result. P1, what about first pole position? Nomad comes to finish this lap. I wonder if it's invalidated, but he's still pushing. And it's like for a middle, it's P11. Ryan Webb now coming to the pit, so he has only one more chance. If you want to know what happened between Sector 2 and Sector 3, why there are yellow flags, this one just parked to let everyone by. We now head with Max Rowe. With, on the last sector, very bit of slide. For the last corner. I don't know what was the first phase of this, but he's improving at its pole position right now. It's 115.5. So the battle is not ended. It's still 4 minutes to go. Max and Dax dominating the people from FF1 CL. Now just completing the front. As a fun fact, we also have one more driver from FF1 CL. It's Rito racing in F2 League. In Racing Point, if you want to know. So Rom is now like he will not push in this lap because as you can see he's not using no ERS. So he can say this is the last try. Now he has to focus on the another one. Libenov is now pushing, so this is the lap time he can improve. 1:17.4, it's still something to break. Oh, it was probably an invalidated lap time, but he's still pushing. And as you can see, there's no ERS. And I guess it's not improved. Just on the inters. So as you can see, there is something like improving the conditions, because I don't think there is so much rain right now ahead over the Spielberg track. So Jasper is in the inters. This might mean something. It's 2 minutes and a half to go, so I guess it's the last time the drivers can go out of the garage and then complete a lap. My calculations, 1.5 of a minute to... Oh, there was a problem for half, no. Now. Ending his lap, it's not gonna be improved. Yes, worse than... Oh, for a half of a second. Ezek's still on the wets. He tries. So what we can say, to be honest, that was like when I said 2.5 of a minute to go, 1 minute and a half to go out of the garage, and 1 minute to complete a lap. But you can finish a lap after the checkered flag if you are on the hot lap. So there's still a chance. For example, for Ryan Webb, but I guess he has other problems. Ferrari is pushing right now. And Nuruza in the pits, same as Ero F1. I guess that the qualifying for them is over. For Juan improved, I guess not enough. Yes, now Ferrari improved by only 1,000 of a second. It's 1 minute to go right now. This end of qualifying session might be very interesting now. Yellow flags literally everywhere. Vils is ending his lap. He's pushing so hard. Having maximum power. Can he improve? No! Got a worse lap by 0.3 of a second. Wolf will not improve his lap time, I guess. Ryan Webb already retired from the session. So it's the end of qualifying for him. Maybe on the race he will do better. Like P5 in Baku, unfortunately we had a broken stream there. Now there is Pieter, who's on the sector 2. Can he improve? This was by 1/10. And we are here with the end of the qualifying session. It's a time for drivers to complete the laps right now. Where are the drivers? Max Rowe, I guess he made it on time. Axel Ward's lap by 2/10. I see. What I can see, there's no one who had finished the session except Ryan Webb and people in the pits. Now, oh, there was a slide by Luke. Pushing with him. He's only P18. So as you can see, the end of the session for Ferrari, Vilzu, Nuruza, Wolves and Hartnell, and of course Ryan Webb now. Very difficult coming through that turn 8 for Luke. Now Bjarne ending the lap with P4. So finally some good luck maybe this race. Look, that's the improve his lap. He's P18. Juanita disqualified from session, and what it means, he will not be P6. So yes, P20. Jasper promoted into P6. Ice with no more chance to finish his lap. And Max Rowe beats the pole position, but there is also Luma, who on the Inter tires made 2nd place. No more chance for Axel to finish on the 1st row in Austria. There's still Jasper. Can he finish this lap with a better lap time? He's P7 right now. I guess it's invalidated. Yes, because he's out of the track and he has no speed. So now he can crash. There's also only Pieter, but without fuel, so that's the end of the qualifying session. Okay, the end, very nice indeed. Max Rowe finished first, then we had Luma on the second place. Fantastic debut from him, Axis third, Gero and fourth. On the fifth place we have Bjarne, Ferrari, Jesper, Vilzu, Einstein and no loser. That's a top 10 and no loser without a wheel. Better, I don't wanna make your eyes cry. Oh. Jesper complains about an Alpha, and I wonder if it's Ferrari or Edzax. Libanov without fuel with P14. Now, what was Juan doing? I don't know, to be honest. Maybe he was reversing or something. But as you could see, he was on the sector 2. So I wonder what was the reason. Now, let's remind the standings. Maxer is first by 0.3 of a second. Then we have Luma, who did 1:15.6, and there is Axe, who did a lap only 1,000 of a second slower than Luma. There is Jeroen, who had another 1,000 of a second difference between Bjarne and Ferrari. Jesper, Vilzu, Einstein, Nurus and Wolf's 11 drivers today did a lap only 1 second or less worse than pole position. Matt, Edzax, Libanov, Hartnell, etc. at the end. Okay. So beautiful sunny weather at the race. So probably drivers were putting setups for dry weather if they notice there is a dry race. I would also do that, to be honest. Actually, Austria and Spielberg is one of the easiest tracks on the calendar. Oh, my microphone just dropped down for no reason. Okay, we're just before the race. Formation lap to do, and then proper racing. Everyone is picking a setup. I hope that Ryan Webb's wheel is working properly right now. Now, formation lap. Yes. No problems with the lobby. So now Max Rowe is first, Juan is starting from last position. He would be P6, but he lost it. Now he has to do a comeback. So now Max Rowe is warming up his tires. Let's see which tires drivers put. Only Juan is on the hards and only Hartner is on the mediums. So, like, other strategy by Hartel at his home race. I hope that he's disqualified from formation lap for the contact. But what I mean, Hartnell now starting a race, and I hope he will do points, and he will do points. And I think that all Austria hopes that he will do points right now, because he's P15. Another season has Austria in P10 at the season 1, as I can confirm. And Hartnell, he was P10 at the end of the season. No, he was even P8. Sorry for that mistake. And during the social race, recruitment race, and before season 1, he was P6. Very nice result indeed by the Austrian. Now this goes for formation lap for a collision with Edzax, as you can see. And now Max Rowe, Luma, Axel, Jeroen, Bjarne of Ferrari, maybe Jesper and Vilzu will also join the party, same as Isa and Duluza. That all top 10 has a chance to win this race, to be honest. and maybe also Wolves gets a chance. Look to make a comeback now. Well, I don't know why we had that GPU. Now there's 5 lights, and it's lights out at the way we go, but like always, you have to wait for a while. And finally we start a race for the Austrian Grand Prix. Max Webb, beautiful start. Exact slept, to be honest. Maybe he had a luck. Same as Carter. They are on the last 2 places. There's a calm start at the front. Let's see. Exact lost a lot. So like no carnage right now. But there's Jasper who overtook Ferrari. But Ferrari is going to do inside with same as Wilson. What a move by him. And he's gaining a position, also pushing out of the track, but it changes nothing. Look at with a fantastic start, making P10 right now. Let me see if there's anyone with a nice camera. Yes, we have. ISI now fighting with Ferrari, lost 3 positions at the start, and now he is just ahead of Matt. Look, also overtaking Wolves, and Wolves is fighting with Juanita right now, who had to give up for this battle for a second. So the calm start, to be honest. Axel lost a 1 position. Jaren is now P3. So to be honest, lap 1 was nice and easy. Now new loser overtaking Matt here, and just with a 3-second time penalty. Also Matt having problems into the last turn, and he lost 2 positions on 2 corners. Now there is also Wilson fighting wheel to wheel with Jasper, and he overtakes the Dutchman. Look at P6. Wolves also overtakes Matt because probably problems his front wing. Hard on the last place, so not a good race for him. Not a nice race for him. And also now Jasper another time. The battle is on, but Wilson defended his position very well. Jasper out of the track he was. Matt now overtaking Juanita, who clipped the grass. I guess that man has to go to the pits. Oh, maybe he has no damage, to be honest. Why he's so slow? He was never that slow. He got the podium in Canada, getting P3. Now we are looking here at the battle for P7 or maybe P6. P6 better, let's say, because there are 6 cars or something fighting with Wilson, Jasper, ISI, Ferrari, Nurs and Luke. So it's 5 or 6 cars. Max was calmly leading. But now we have DRS enabled. So, oh, and we could see Jeremy with the time penalty. But he has DRS, so he can use it to overtake Luma, but he's way too far. Hello everyone watching this live stream. Rom with a 3-second time penalty. It's not a good first half of the season for him. And there was a contact between Jasper and Wilson, but Wilson makes a dive move. And he defended his P6. And Jasper can also be overtaken by ISI. So let's see this battle, because it's like an F2 fighting for P6. Now Wilson leaving the space on the inside for Jasper. Now both missed the braking point. There were a lot of contact, and there is nothing happened, to be honest, except that Wilson lost 2 positions. I mean, oh, and there is also a wheel-to-wheel battle on that turn between Wilson and ISI. Also Ferrari fights with the loser. So many battles that I guess there are minor damages, and Luke is following everything. And oh, there is a fight between Nuruza and Ferrari. Nuruza overtook the Belgian, and Jasper uses it to get far away he can. So now Piotr with a 3-second time penalty. Now Ryan Epp overtook Matt, so it's not the bad start for him. And Libanov overtakes also Piotr, who is like, he has problems. No, he just lost positions, I guess. We're back to the fight for P6 because Jasper still didn't escape from this group. Nurs every 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So many penalties right here. Now Ryan Webb fighting with Wolves, but they are probably in the party together, so they can communicate with each other. Now Jasper has a half of a second of advantage of Wilson. Wolves and Ryan Webb, the teammates are fighting each other. I don't think it's a good idea. There must be a driver who will led by another one, and then Racing Point can spot points, but they are still going wheel to wheel. It's like 4th turn in a row, and Matt is including a little bit pushed off the track. Wow, well, this is a battle for P12. I know, but it's a very interesting one because 2 Racing Points are fighting each other, and there are also two Toro Rossos and Alfa Romeo and Renault just behind them, and there's 3 wide into turn 1, and Matt, can he use it to overtake both Racing Points, and he gets spun. What a disaster for Renault. But now the damage, and he has a damage front wing, so he has to come to the pit. I don't know, I think it was racing incident to be honest right now, but I have to see the replay. Now, Wolves and Drylup still fighting each other in Racing Points. The teammates are not going to like each other after this race for a while. If they will crash, of course. But there was very aggressive battle. And they lost a lot to Luke. 4 seconds and a half. Compared between the Dutchman and the Brits. So now we're watching action between Luma and Jeroen, because Max is using that battle to escape from everyone. First race in F1 League, and he may win this one, even though he had DNF in F2. Now Jeroen is going wheel to wheel and overtaking on the inside Luma, and he's now P2. But Luma didn't give up, but because he has higher ERS mode, they have similar speed. Luma now not overtaking Jeroen, maybe this time. What about McLarens? They actually get closer to each other. Now there's, I say, with the problems I thought. Juan overtaking Rome right now. I wonder if the soft tires are now going to wear, starting losing grip. Libanov with a 3-second time penalty. Now, another time Racing Points fighting each other. I hope it will not end like Verstappen and Ricciardo in 2018 Azerbaijan, or Mercedes few times in 2016. I hope they will go to the end without any damage. Same as McLaren's, because they are also close to each other, and they are both closing to Axe. Luke now overtook Ferrari and got a 3-second time penalty. Now Jeroen, another 3-second time penalty, so it's not 6 seconds time penalty for corner cuttings. Now Bjarne overtaken by Jesper. Bjarne actually didn't fire, they want to the strong points for McLaren. Not crashing, not touching, not banging, barging. Now the loser overtakes Vilso to get P7. Vilso with a lucky podium in Azerbaijan with P3 after Jordi's penalty. 15 seconds was qualifying ban, and because Jordi is absent in this race, he will have to go with that penalty for German Grand Prix. And now Matt with a 3-second time penalty. Actually very big problems for Renault this race. They're out of the points, same as Haas, both Haas and both Alphas, both Racing Points and both Russells. Actually only the 5 teams on the top 10 now. Juan overtook Rome, who gets overtaken by 2 people right now. So now we are watching the battle for P6, because I guess that it was like a team orders in McLaren, because Bjarne now has to defend, and there was the problem for Max, which I missed. I saw that first part of a spin. Also Bjarne had problems because he lost 4 positions in 1 turn. Now he has to regain, and he can also lose to Ferrari. They are going wheel to wheel, but Bjarne nice from the inside, defending at least that 1 point. Now Axe overtaken by Jesper. Jesper is rushing for a victory. Is it possible? Is it possible to get a first ever victory in Ero for Jesper? He was a lot of time on the podiums. As I remember, there were 4 times this season. Let me see. 4 times, I'm right. And like 5 or 6 times in season 1, but he never won a race. Now Bjarne with a 3-second time penalty, no loser going to the pits. It's a front wing change and the hard tires, so probably he will go into the end of the race. Now Luke now got close to Isai. Can he go to the inside or outside? He will decide to make an outside move. He made the late braking, but it's done. No, they are still going wheel to wheel. Luke with DRS right now. He was for a millisecond showed with a 7th place. Now Luke is going inside. What a move it could be if it was done well. There was a little bit of contact. Luke still goes wheel to wheel. Well, this is kinda strange because Williams fighting with Mercedes, like 2 equal cars. Now what a little mistake by eyesight, and Luke uses it to overtake the Italian, getting P8 right now. And Bjarne is following all of that battle. Eyesight still pushing. Luke, he's going inside, but he only lost on it, but he's coming to the pit, so this is why he lost the position. So now Virzu is escaping on P6, using that that 3 drivers fighting each other. Now yellow flag to sector 2 because Pieter retired from the session. He was on the last place anyway. So it's the end of the dreams for the first point. Now we have, he has the left session. He has left the session, and we remember what happened in F2. Scuff retired from the session, left suddenly, and there was a safety car. But this time we don't have it. So no more action about this. Now, can Ferrari overtake Bjarne? Now he goes through the outside, but Bjarne pushes him out of the track, defending his position. That's a strong racing made by them, and very hard one. Touchable, of course. And Virzu is using it because even though he loses 4.5 of a second to Axel, his teammate, now he's 2 seconds ahead of Eyesight. Now Jero with another 3-second time penalty. Also Axel got close to Jesper. Jesper tries to get closer to get DRS from Luma. Now yellow flag in sector 3. Something had to happen, and it's Wolves with spin. But that's a usual spin without any damage. I see, yes. Libenov now P11. Juan with a great strategy right now, doing P9. Remember what happened on the social race before season 1 in Austria right here. Isa was leading race for a while because of his strategy. There are some people going wheel to wheel. It's Jeroen and Libenov. Libenov actually knows that Jeroen is much faster, but I don't want to underestimate him because they are still going. Libenov still fights, and there was no dive bomb by him. Hadler just watching this battle, hoping that something will happen to make P10. It's on the reverse strategy. I mean, he will switch from mediums to softs, unlike the rest of the grid, the majority of it. So it's probably Juan. Now Luma leads the race because Maxro is in the pits. So now Luma is leading the race, but Jesper is just half of a second behind him. Same as Axel. He is also just a half of a second behind him, and Ferrari had a problem because he left the session. Is it a front wing damage? No. It's just a disconnection. At the end of the race for him, I cannot invite him to this race because, as you can see, I have no possibility, to be honest. So this is the end for him, unless someone will invite him. Now Bjarne tries to overtake Isai, and he was close, but not enough to overtake the Italian. So now Max is on hard. So these are the tires who is going to finish the race with. Now Luma with a 3-second time penalty. Can Jesper use it to overtake the Belgian? He actually has to push because he has ERS power. Luma is using it. Now Jesper, can he do it before the pit stops? It may help, because it's lap 12. Now now Axe is in the pits. Now Isai getting P4. Vils on the podium. We know what happened after he got P3, P2, but P3 at the end. Now yellow flag sector 2 and sector 3. And it's Matt with a spin. Another problems from Renault. At least Rom is not doing that bad because he's P12, P13 right now, overtaken by Luke, who put a new hard tires. Rom is the old softs. So now Axe tries to overtake Ero and Maxwell. Juan is on the hold hard. It's like disadvantage for him, but he's doing another strategy. We're back to the battle between Jesper and Luma. I don't know why Jesper is not pushing. He could overtake him right now. He's getting 3-second time penalty. He can overtake. He just has to use the power. Wheels in the pits, changing to hards, so that's the tires. So these are the tires he's going to finish race with. Now explaining why Jesper is still not pushing. He's now used the 2 ERS mode, but he's not faster than Luma. He's pushing everything. Now Bjarne is very close to us, and this is going to be interesting fight for, like, I guess P6 at the end, because Maxo, Gerald, Axe. Yes, it can be P6. Now Bjarne is focusing on that battle with Axe, so we're back to the battle between Luma and Jesper, because it's fight for the maybe a victory in the end of the race, but Jesper decided to do we'll call the programmer move if it works, but he just done a sudden move, so Luma is now calmly leading. So Isa will get P2 right now, but he starts getting older and older. Jesper on the mediums, probably going to the end of the race. Because I tested a tire. Now Bjarne with a time pop, he's getting a 3-second time penalty. What a big and brave one, using bravura. Now Jesper getting out of the pits on the P8. Now he get pushed, because he's just behind Juan. And now Axe fights, and does a move in the inside, overtakes Jero to get P5. And Max also got close to Bjarne and Isai. Now, oh, that was very close for a Frenchman. So now Bjarne not only can defend, attack, Isai also has to defend from Max. So they are going to win that corner. It's going to be very nasty. Now he does it, Maxro with a 3rd place right now. Luma in the pits. Now, this is the question. If Maxro will take a lead, Isai is going to the pits. And Bjarne too. So now Maxro, yes, he will overtake, to be honest, but Luma is on the medium tires, which are faster. 5-second time penalty for Isai for speeding the pit lane. Now Luke is fighting with Hartel. There are yellow flags in sector 2 and 3, and it's Rom! Another time! Renault span. I don't know what he's waiting for, because he could get out of the gravel much faster. But now he has 2 Renaults on the 2 last places. So Rom now has to pit. And there has to be a safety car. If Renault is dreaming for the points. Rom, whoa, what's more with 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And another penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So we have Jesper on the P4. He lost on his strategy for switching to mediums later, but his tires are faster, at least at the beginning, so he has to use it because he's not that far away from the lead. He will get a podium, I guess. But this fight for a P1, P2 at least, is going to give us so much fun as viewers. It's now Jesper another time. Finally he pushes. Finally he has the ERS to overtake maybe Jeroen. He's not pushing that much. It's going to be a move on the inside. And he did it. No, they are still going wheel to wheel. Now Jeroen got pushed out of the track, but Jesper is third right now. Now he can push to gain Axe, yes. He's on the 2nd place. Is this the first time in the podium for Axe? And this season, of course. And Matt retired from the session, so it's the end for him. He's crashed, I guess, after 10-1. Yes, I'm right. So another difficult race for Renaults. has a sad end because they would at least finish. Now, Matt, please leave the session. We want safety car. Yellow flag to sector 1, still looking with a 3-second time penalty. Matt didn't leave the session. And now Jesper still behind Axe. But he's pushing. As you can see, he wants to get that first ever victory. And he did it. He did a move on Axe, and it's made done. It's job done for him. Now that the case is pushed to gain to Maxro, he has less than a second of advantage. I guess now or never. It's this race. But I told one thing, that Jesper is going to win the championship without a victory. And he's P3 right now in the standings. Look, with a kinda not that good race. So he can also get the second position. I don't think it's possible, but you at least make the loss lower. He will lose less points. No. He's 3/10 of a second behind Maxro. Now he can push. Yellow flag in sector 3, and that's Rome. The damage almost crashed into Bjarne, who's on the P12 right now. Now, can Jesper do it? He now has to overtake and then block Maxro. He tried to do a move on the outside, but Maxro did a late braking and kept the lead. Defended it well. We are focusing on that battle. Jesper has to remember that he also has Axe behind him and Jeroen joining the party, but remember about that Jeroen has a lot of penalties. Yellow flag in sector 2, and Rom with a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. This race was a clear disaster for him. These days when they could do good. P2 Germany, by Rom, P3 in Russia by Matt. Now Jesper is overtaking. He tries to do a move on the inside, and there was maybe a cut time, but Jesper overtakes Max, leading the race. The sensations can happen. Jesper can win this race because it's 60 laps to go. He's leading. He overtook Max, who also lost the position to Jeroen. There was a contact, we know, but Max only third. Axe second. Jesper leading the race can escape right now. He has to push for that 2 or 3 laps right now. And Max will fight with Axe. But Axe lost the position. Right now, it's one of the best races for Jesper. Yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know who is the guy, but Rom retired from a session on the pit lane. So now Jesper is over 1 second ahead of Maxro. There is a way to win this Grand Prix. Now he can push. Now he could go as fast as he wants. He does not have to fight with anyone. Clear track ahead of him. This is possible. Well, it's a fun fact I want to share you that Jesper was on the Austrian Grand Prix. If I remember well, it was 2018. You can find that video on Jesper's channel. Jesper Mook, if you want to know just some advertising. And there is no overtaking. So what I can say about this, you can subscribe him. So now, we're focusing on the battle. I say still P13. Fight with Bjarne. Remember that Hartnell and Juan both have to pit. I guess same thing will. No, I guess that Virzu and Hartnell is in the pits. I was afraid that Virzu will have some problems. Hartnell with a 5-second time penalty. He will probably switch to softs right now, and now his job is to push. How many positions he will lost? He'll probably go ahead of Libenov. Overtaken by Edzax. Not enough for the Slovak to overtake the Austrian. And I'm right, because started peacefully on the P14. Not a good race for him. To be honest, he could do better ones. Now Bjarne is another episode of fighting. He and Isai. Juan still pushing on the P6, but he will lose a lot. He will lose a lot. And coming to the pits, I guess he can even be out of the points, to be honest. So now we are going with accent Max Row. Juan is in the pits. That Juanita, we have also an original Juan, champion of season 1. Unfortunately, he had to leave the league because he's out of Spain. Now Juan is on the soft tires, so he's going to push till the end, and maybe he will get some points. He will go ahead of Edzax. And yes, he does it. Out of the pit stop. Luma got also close to Jeroen, and whoa, what a lockup. Very close to a contact between Belgium and Delchman. There was very close between them. How they didn't touch that, I don't know, like David Crow said after Vettel's and Hamilton's incident in Russia 2018. Like it was very close to contact there. And on the real F1 Grand Prix. So now Ice and Bjarne are fighting both for 1 point. Okay, now Luma goes the inside to overtake Jeroen, does it to get P4. Nice debut for him. 12 points at the first race debut. Now Jeroen with a problem. I was afraid that he would do a crash, but it didn't happen, fortunately. And Jeroen has left the session! It's the end of the race for him! He got disconnected! So now, Bjarne anyways in the points. It had to be a kind of error. Because he couldn't leave just like this, just leaving. But we have second disconnection of this race, so now Bjarne is in the points. What a disaster for Jeroen. He had the chance to even win this race. But what is more, Jesper is still leading now by 2 seconds. 11 laps to go. I need to check the penalties, to be honest. Maxor has 2 warnings. Jesper has 1 penalty. 2 penalties even. So now Maxor would get a penalty. Juan with the fastest lap of the race, but he didn't break 1.7. Ice and Bjarne also got close to Ryan, and Ryan, no, he loses 5 seconds to Vigzu. So right now, Jeroen unfortunately disconnected. He probably shouted when leaving the session. Veers overtook his ghost. Now Isai does a move on the inside to overtake Ryan Webb. They are fighting each other, wheel to wheel it was, but nice overtake by Isai. Using that he has fresher medium tires by 5 laps. Now Bjarne is about to do it, but not that fast, because it's Juanita just behind him. On the soft tires he can push, because he has the fresh, he did the fastest lap. He is very dangerous as a pace right here, right now. Axe now fights with Max Rowe. Jesper can only use it. Now only 3.5 seconds to gain in 10 laps. Juan now over to Bjarne to get P10 because we are excluding Jeroen. Now overtaken by Isai, actually his ghost. So now Juan on the top 10 officially. So now still 2 and 6/7 tenths of a second. Just because it's an advantage. He can win this race. I believe on him. I believe on him. Look with a 3-second time penalty. It makes his rush to Luma more difficult right now. Juanita will try probably to overtake Ryan up. He's much faster on that softs. Now he has DRS too. But Ryan also has DRS. I think that Juanita could use some of it. Now he's using it to overtake maybe Ryan. He's much faster. There was a contact between them. But only there was probably Juanita, and he also has probably also damaged the front wing. Now Juanita tries to overtake Ryan Webb, but it wasn't done right now. Now he does it to overtake Ryan to P9. We had so everything. Now, to be honest, there was no Juanita's fault. As the standings at the back, Kartner calmly in P12 pushing, Jordan is a ghost, Wolves is P14 on his hard tires, 15th is Libenov, the Colmace, but he's going to fight with Wolves because it's less than a second. P16 is excited, Ferrari is disconnected. Now Juanita got close also to Isai. Very smart racing by the Spaniard. He's P9 right now. He can push also for P8. And I don't think nothing more will happen for him this race. Jesper is very slowly gaining. He's like making the advantage bigger right now, but it's not enough. Axe and Maxer are probably not fighting just to catch Jesper. Anyway, still Maxer is winning. Because he has no penalties. So everyone is praying for him to win. Meanwhile, Isa was fighting with Juan. And Juan gets spun! And this is a disaster for Spaniard. And I don't know what was the fault. Jesper with another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He has now 9 seconds. And Juanita with another spin. He was P8. Now he is P12. What he will do? He just has to be aware of it. Zach's not this time because he's overtaken Libanov with a slide. We had 3-second time penalty. So many emotions right now. Now Axa and Max, we're still watching them. 7 laps to go. We'll be in the second. Juan retired from a session. So now please leave. Please leave the session. Leave safely. Okay, just kidding. You can do it. So now Jesper only hopes that Maxro and Axel will lose. They are now 3 seconds behind. If Jesper didn't get that penalty and Maxro would get one, now he would be the winner. As you can see, still Maxro with no penalties. Jesper with 3 even. And tomorrow mornings includes 1 more penalty. Now Maxwell fights with Axe. And Bjarne with 3-second penalty, by the way. So now he's Wolf's 3-second penalty. And Zach's also 3 seconds. Now Bjarne tries to overtake Ryan Webb. What a move made by the Dutchman. There was also contact between Brit and Dutchman. Now Bjarne, what a brave launch right here. And now Axe is pushing. Let me see how many penalties he has. Juan left the session. Now, penalty, one penalty for Axe. It's still not enough. It's still not enough for Jesper. Okay. So now just Ryan, we're looking for his fight with Bjarne. He's now much faster than the McLaren, overtaking him for P9. Nice move, easy one, unlike Bjarne's one. So now 3 seconds of advantage has Jesper. He can gain, only he can gain. Now a little bit of lock up. I think he can push. As by my calculations, 5 laps to go. Now there's also a fight between Maxro and Axe. Jesper has to win by 9 seconds at least to gain the victory. Axe is still losing. He lost 7/10 of a second. Maxro tries to overtake him. They are fighting. This is going to be an interesting one. Now the miracle can happen. They are 3.9 of a second behind the Jesper, the McLaren driver. This is this time. Finally Jesper is gaining, unlike Maxro and Axe. Now the advantage is much bigger. Maxro has problems. Axe too. Little Flex too. And it's Wolves having a contact with Zax, and Wolves decided to push. Oh, there was so many contacts right now between them on the fight of P12. But Wolves overtaken by the Latvian. Now it's a fun fact. Axe and Maxro losing over 4 seconds. And they are still fighting. Oh, meanwhile, Axe is trying to overtake Vilzu. So now Axe overtakes, not because Vilzu defended his position, but he still loses. So now Axe very, very close. And there was a contact between them. Axe decided to push to run his elbows to the inside. Now he still doesn't gain a position, but we're watching this battle. Jesper still with a 4 seconds of advantage. He has 9 seconds of time penalty. Just to make you sure. Maxro has a time penalty! Finally, Jesper can say, but it's still not enough. He has to gain over 6 seconds. Still 2 seconds to gain. 2 seconds to push. Now Axe tries to overtake on the outside line, but Vilzu is going to the inside. There was a contact between them. Axe out of the track, but they are still fighting wheel to wheel. I can say that Axe is much faster. Yes, but they're still fighting. Yellow flag in sector 3. We are watching and spectating this. Now Axe can finally hit the move. No! They are still fighting. There is still wheel to wheel for a whole lap. And finally Italian makes a move on the fin, getting P7. Well, this is not ended, to be honest, because the wheel is still very close. So we are watching this. Now I can say it's over. Now it's second last lap of the race. Axe is losing more and more. Max is keeping the distance of 4 seconds, a safe one, unless he gets a penalty. As you can see, one penalty, And Jasper has 3 penalties. Maybe he will cancel one. Well, appeal to cancel. Now Luke also got close to Luma, and I think that Luma doesn't know that Luke fights for the championship. Now Axel fights with Maxro, and Maxro has a problem. Now there's a chance for Jasper because he gained 1.5 of a second on it. Jasper, please do it. I know that a commentator has to be objective, but now I'm supporting Jasper because he didn't win any time. He was close in Brazil, he lost 110. He was close literally everywhere, he got podium. Now, please do it. Axe and Max are still fighting each other for the second place. Half of a second for Jasper. Use your car to the limits. He can't do it, but now Maxro overtakes Axe to gain P2. At least, where's Jasper? Jasper now goes, he has 4 tenths to gain. As you can see, he's using as many power as he can. Actually probably led by Maxo to win this race. Jasper crosses the line first. And now he crossed the line first. Right now winning this Grand Prix. But as you can see, Maxo did the fastest lap of the race at the end. And he wins the Grand Prix, and there's also Axel of them. And ahead of Jasper, getting P2. Jasper was so close. Only half of a second. And Luma gets P4, Luke gets P5, no loser P6. As I will 5-second time penalty for outside penalty, drops to P9 even though he was P7. Hartle with a 1 single point. What a luck to get it at his home race. Edzax comes P12, then we have Wolf P13 and Libenov P14. This is how the Grand Prix of Austria ends. Wow. Everyone was hoping probably on the chat, on the live stream, that Jasper will win. Half of a second. Oh, as I can see, Jasper wants to report a Ferrari. Now this is the case if he wins the Grand Prix. Okay. Okay. So now, press conference. You know? Just give me a second. Race director. And penalties for Jasper. Did he get the warning? Yes, he got even 2 warnings. So this one will not issue the result. Now I invite the driver to the press conference. It was so close. Okay, now I'm inviting them. Bitte. Okay, so the standings right now are 1 Max Rowe ahead of Axel, Jasper, then we had on the 4th place Luma, Luke, new loser Ryan Webb, 2nd time in a row with good points, Vilzu, Alzai and Hartman, and that's the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. I'm waiting for the drivers. Well, the race, to be honest, what a fight for a lot of positions. Oh, hello. Half of a second. I was supporting you.
That was bullshit. Pushing the whole race and then half a second.
Yes. Hello everyone, Max, congrats for the first victory in the F1 League.
Yeah. Thank you. So happy.
Anyway, one reminder: if you are on the party settings, allow your voice to be shared. So,
I got it.
so the spectators, the viewers, will hear you. So, what's the case of the penalties, Jasper? If you can say.
Yeah, in the middle of the race, I got pushed off by a Ferrari in turn 2, and he like pushed me off, which gave me a warning, which later gave me a penalty. So I'll send the video later, but.
Jasper, that was short for the second place.
What?
That was close for the
Yeah.
second place.
Yeah, really close.
I saw what. I saw what that difference, 87,000 of a second. Alexa, if you can say what can you say about your first podium this season?
It's good. Qu'est-ce que je peux dire?
English not that good.
No, not. Yes, it's good. Like the. Comment on dit la saison d'avant, la saison dernière?
La season.
Like the last season.
Yes,
It's good.
and Maxro, you are the winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know if this is sure because Jasper is setting the video, and we will be rating this. But right now you are doing.
It was an awesome race, though. So many overtakes.
And
Really fun.
a question to you both, Maxro and Axel. What happened at second last lap? It was lap 35, I guess, because
I won't take the best lap, so give me the inspiration.
Yes.
But you guys were working together, right? Giving each other slipstream and stuff.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw they were fighting, pushing.
Were you fighting or working together?
No,
I don't-
we're not fighting.
No, we're not fighting.
We played the race
Yes.
position.
So I see tactics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, that makes it even worse that I didn't win.
Okay, so now I'm refreshing the standings.
I'm
So-
happy. Yes.
Who do you think is driver of the day? That's another question.
Finally a podium.
I don't know who is.
Just one rule: you cannot vote for yourselves.
I have no clue where everyone started, but I had one of my best drives, but yeah, I can't vote for myself, but I don't know, maybe. No, I got no clue.
Okay, question to
Yes.
and a question to you both about the driver of the day, Maxro and Taxi.
I don't know. Really, I don't know.
So, of course, Maxro got like an ideal race or dominance, like I call, because it's pole position, victory, and the fastest lap. On hard tires, how did you do it?
Hat trick.
I think the quali is wet, very wet.
Yes, the pole of it.
Very wet.
Yes, very very wet. I'm wet, and that was a very good pole, very good lap for the pole. The race was beautiful.
Okay, thank you for that conference. Congrats for the race. Very nice to watch. And next week we have first postpone of the season in Germany, and both divisions. I'm going to share you it because it's in F2 and in F1 both. We have a race 45 minutes earlier than usual. It's 5:15 UK.
What, next week?
Okay.
Yes, Mexican Grand Prix is
The
the
two
reason.
race in the same day.
Same day, but 45 minutes earlier. I'm gonna share you the calendar if I could.
Okay.
I want another podium the next week.
I hope.
You will make that.
I want podium, I want podium.
Hope you will do it. Now, I can say it's the end. Thank you for watching, thank you for racing, congratulations. Now, it's time to say goodbye to our supporters. Leave a like and a subscribe. You can say goodbye right now.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's the end of the action in Austria.